Krita, and we're going to make a landscape. So this is a very basic landscape tutorial. You can make it as complex or as detailed as you want. I'm just going to show you the basics to get you started. Okay. So you're going to go File, New, or when you open it up, this should pop up right away. We're going to go 800 for the width and 600 pixels for the height. And create. Okay. So you should ideally already have a reference photo chosen. So what we're going to do is we're going to find that reference photo and just drag and drop it into Krita. And you want to insert it as a new layer. Okay. Then if you go Command T, you can move it around. You can resize it however you want. If you're going to be pulling on the corners and you don't want to warp the image, press Shift and hold it down as you expand your image out. Okay. Kind of like that. I'm going to press Enter, and then it'll fit to my canvas. Okay. Once you've got your image in there, if you wanted to, you could find another image with like a color palette that you like, but for now this is okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start adding vector shapes on top to create our image. We're going to go over here. This side has all the list of layers. You got your background, and we got a paint layer. We can delete that. And we got our image. We're going to go over here and add another layer, and we want to add a vector layer because we're only going to be working with vectors. And if you want to move this up, you actually just press this arrow. It's tempting to kind of click and drag, but it doesn't work. Alright, so then we're going to use this tool here. Looks like a little arch. And we're going to start from the front and work backwards so we can constantly see our image as we work. Up here will tell you the color that your shape is going to be filled with at the top. So you click that color and you can choose the color you want. Since we're doing the trees, I think I'll do a mossy green color. Okay. So then if you want to zoom in, oops, why can't? Ooh, there we go. You just move your fingers on your keypad if you have a Mac apart and together to zoom, or you can use this guy down here. Okay. So I am just going to, if you're going to click around and drag or anything, make sure you're on the mouse. I'm just going to zoom in on the trees. And let's start drawing a tree. And you just click and move and click and move. You don't even have to hold it down. And to make your shape, it can be as accurate as you want, or as simple as you want. I'm going pretty quick just so you get the idea. There we go. And I think I only really want to do 2 trees, so I'm going to make another one. And if I wanted to, I could trace the tree, but we're just going to make this nice and simple. Ooh. And I'm going pretty quick, so my trees don't look that nice. Alright, here we go. And if you notice, I did go off the canvas, but it doesn't matter because it'll crop to the canvas. Alright, so I've made that on my vector layer. If I go Command T, I can move it around. Or, alternatively, just press Enter to exit that. I can click on the mouse and then click on my shape. If I've done it that way, I can go over here to my tool options. Make sure you don't have a border. That's what this line means. And then this is your fill. If I really wanted to play around with it, I could even do a gradient fill. Oops. And choose the color. So if I click on my arrow, I can choose the color for my gradients. Here, I can click on that. Maybe I want it more teal color. And the opacity, we want to bring that all the way up. So I could have a bit of a gradient, which looks really cool. I'm just going to press enter. If you have this selected here, that just gives you the opportunity to move around any of those points and edit your shape, which is pretty handy, actually, if you wanted to do that. Okay. All right. Just press enter, and I'll exit. Okay. So, say I want to make a ton of trees. I'm going to click on the trees, and I can go Command C and Command V. And I get another set of trees. And I could play around with the colors, make them a little bit different. Maybe I want to make it, I don't know, a little bit darker. Go here, here, and darker. There we go. Oh, that's basically the same color. You can't see any variation. Let's go like this. There we go. And I could easily use that as well. In landscape paintings or images, you'll notice that the ones in the front tend to be darker than the ones behind. So I'm going to place that there. I can click this tool, and I can pull that over and press enter, or click here. There we go. So now I got some nice trees in there. Let's move that down. Oh, not that far down. There we go. If I wanted to, I could even copy and paste them. And flip them around. Oops, that didn't do anything. This way. And I can move them into the distance. Remember, anything further, oh, why are you doing this to me? Further away is going to be smaller. Maybe I have like a little island or something. Copy and command paste for another one. And I'll put that behind. I'm going to change the color. Oh, I'm going to have this one in front and this one behind. Oh, opposite. This one's behind. I'm going to make that one a little bit lighter. Okay, and then this one. We'll put in. I don't like it that way. Let's go like this. Aha, there we go. That looks better. Okay, so that's how you would do that. Once you move on to something else in your image, you're likely going to want to add a new layer. So we're going to go here and go vector layer. And if you want, you can even label your layer by right-clicking on it, going to properties, and renaming it. I'm going to go trees. There we go. In this new vector layer, we're going to go to the next thing behind the trees, which would be the lake. So I'm going to choose my tool here. Go ahead and I'm going to go a little bit up behind the mountains, actually. There we go. And then I can click up here, choose a different color. Do that blue. Oh, something I forgot to tell you. Is if I wanted to color from here, the lake, if I wanted to use that color, I could use the eyedropper and choose that color. Let's do something more turquoisey. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to draw my shape. There we go. And again, if you wanted to, click on the mouse, select your shape. You can play around with gradients, which are always fun. But remember, it might change your color, so you're going to have to scroll down here and change your color. I'm going to go like this. Oops. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Oh, that actually looks interesting. I can click that one, and let's make that white and see how that goes. Oh, that looks really pretty. And then you can adjust. You can even swap them like this. Alright, let's leave that there. And then because we lost our trees, that's because our new layer is above our trees. So have your layer selected and then you press the arrow to move it down. There you go. And that's how it's done. Okay. That actually looks a little bit wonky. I feel like I need to switch that. So click there. And let's swap these back around. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Also, if you wanted to add another one, you just have to click and say I want to add a darker color. I could do that and make that corner look even darker. So that's always kind of fun to play with. Okay. Alrighty. We'll leave that there for this video.